Violet, like, in her hotel room, she's wearing, like, one of those, like, big, like, the femme fatale robes that are, like, really big and flowy and have, like, the feathers on, like, the sleeves and the collar. She, like, gets out of the bathroom and she just sees a letter on her bed and she reads it, and it's from Eric. You know what it's gonna say. I'm leaving, the whole shebang. And I'm just picturing this very dramatic moment where she's like running down the hallways of like this really old hotel, like screaming for Eric to come back. Like, wait, where are you going? Eric, talk to
me! We get a shot of the interior of the little Cody, Wyoming police station. Very small, kind of shabby. We can see through like a small window that it's nighttime. The fluorescent lights are on, and the deputy is standing in front of a couple of other officers, a couple of detectives who came in from the biggest nearby city. And the deputy has a bandage on his broken nose and two black eyes, and he's saying, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to file a report. Just get out there and find Katie Kirk.
Zoom in on Mason in his car, driving along the windy, like, country roads. You see, like, this town lights starting to draw closer. As he's driving along, you see headlights coming straight, like, towards him on the other side of the road. He doesn't notice anything about it until he catches a familiar sight of the driver. He starts and watches the driver go by, and as he looks back, he sees another pair of headlights right in front of him. There's a loud crash.
It's nighttime. Annie has just gotten done throwing back a few drinks and puzzling over the mystery and the details of it with her mentor, Patrick Pope. And as she's walking, everything just feels like a little bit eerie and a little bit off. Perhaps she even sees Katie sneaking around in the shadows and is kind of like, oh no, I didn't want to be right.
Brock is in Veronica's dark abandoned room, sneakily reading the final script, and aghast with awe at the final scene that never got filmed. I had so many lines.
Welcome back, everyone, to Scream Queen episode. I guess this is episode 3, our continuation of our game of Noirlandia by Evan Rowland. Hopefully you've actually listened to the previous episodes, so I don't have to explain what we're doing. But Noirlandia is a very cool collaborative game of noir murder mystery. Today we have our same group of suspects, me, M. Hubbard, and also we've got Megan, Ian, Pan, and Chloe, all reprising our roles from our previous 2 episodes of Scream Queen. Hi, everyone.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi. You remember how we were like searching so hard for a name for the movie that we were making last time, and I was trying to find something to do with the alliteration of it?
Uh-huh.
I was so mad because after I thought of Horses, Heartthrobs, and Homicide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
That's good.
Maybe that'll be the name of this this recording,
This section.
this episode.
It's been a while since whoever went first, like, since we saw their character. So
I think
Yeah, it was me.
M.
yeah, so
and I
we
was
have
gonna,
no idea.
I was gonna ask if it would be okay if I go first this time too, because I was looking at this board and it would not take much to kill Katie right now.
That's fair.
Because basically, if we get a 6 on the opposition dice and the card draw is a heart, she's dead.
Just straight up dead?
Yeah, because she's the only one in that district. The only clue.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can't destroy.
Oh,
It doesn't
the rules
actually
of the game.
Yeah, the rules of the game. Curse those rules of the game.
Push
doesn't
down
actually say
rules.
it doesn't actually say that you can't destroy a lead that you've already connected, but it seems like you shouldn't destroy a lead that you already connected.
That would make sense.
Although we don't have a lot of things connected.
We have
Yeah.
like
But
a couple things, but nothing big.
It's not
it's just that
concrete.
where the warehouse soundstage, the prop gun's destroyed, the wounds matching the murder is connected. So the only thing there is Katie. So if we have to destroy a lead and it has to be in that area, she's dead.
Guess who's playing Buttercup?
Well, the way it works is if your character dies, you continue doing scenes, but they're all flashbacks.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, if Katie dies, it makes this a very interesting mystery. So I'm just.
It does.
curious to see what
I'm
happens.
okay with it if it happens, but I'm gonna try to make her not die. What I want to try to do is get another lead up there and
Yeah.
protect Katie a little bit. And I have at least kind of a starting place, an idea for this. Let me ask. I kind of want Annie to be in this scene too. So is there like a situation where Annie would be like going to the warehouse soundstage like super early in the morning where we could run into each other there?
I think it is very likely that as a writer, she will take like just routinely walks in the early morning to get inspiration and to like get the blood flowing in her brain before she sits down to write. Which is also why nobody ever actually really sees her leave her desk, is because she walks in the morning.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, so let's say that, yeah, it's pre-dawn, very dark, very quiet, and maybe you're walking like across the front, or maybe even the side of the soundstage, and like around the corner comes Katie. And Katie is now she's on the run a little bit, so she's dressed in like a worker's coveralls and a baseball cap with ponytail sticking through the back. So you might not even recognize her at first, but this figure steps out and sees you there. Katie would probably pause for a minute and then be like, "Annie?"
Kind of like probably takes her a second, especially in the not even light yet morning, and it's like, Katie, is that you?
Yeah. I'm glad to run into somebody I know. It's crazy what's going on, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Or what are you doing out here so early?
I've been trying to figure things out, I want to know what happened, and I tried to get Mr. Mason to help me, and he bailed on me. But I was gonna just go into the soundstage and talk to a friend there and see if he knows anything. You want to come with me?
He kind of pauses for a second, thinking over the probability that Katie did or did not commit murder, and kind of decides that like her conclusion was maybe a little bit rushed and kind of silly, just going off of old movie tropes, and like doesn't want to like condemn her as guilty without actually knowing. So is like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, we can do that, and also kind of mumbles something about classic unreliable Matthew under her breath.
Yeah, I figured I'd get you with Matthew. So I think Katie like tries the side door and it's locked, and she's like, "Oh, I know a way to get in. Just wait here." Y'all can tell me what you think of this. I want to do this as my challenge roll. Have Katie has to like climb a drain pipe and go in through like a high window and then come back around and open the door.
Ooh.
I like
that's
that.
a body roll.
That's
For
a body
sure.
roll. That's my
For
good
sure,
stick.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, you can like challenge that if you want to make it something else, but
I mean, honestly, I don't know what else it would be. Like, that's very much, like, physically involved.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
makes sense.
So, I'm gonna roll 2 dice, and somebody else can roll 1 for the challenge.
I can. I have it pulled up.
Ooh, I did good. 2 5s. Ooh, not good enough. Okay, so I got 2 5s, and the opposition was a 6. So that is within 1. So I could, if somebody wants to offer a what did they call that?
A bargain?
Deal?
Bargain, yeah. So this
Okay.
would damage one of my conditions, and then I would get the win.
I mean, an obvious bargain would be maybe you hurt yourself or like drop a little bit and bruise like a rib or something on the way up.
The other one I have for a suggestion is maybe someone sees you like trying to break in, and so your rep could go down.
Yeah, those would both work. It's up to y'all.
What bargain do we want to offer? Physical harm or mental harm?
Has her rep been tarnished yet at all because she escaped jail? Or nobody
Yes.
knows that yet?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I don't know, but yeah, she's.
I mean, if someone saw her climbing through the window, that could lead to some interesting consequences down the line.
yeah,
That's
she's
fair.
at suspected on rep. That would take her to targeted.
Ooh. I mean,
Let's do it.
that makes a lot of sense.
Here's your deal.
All right, I'm gonna take it because I don't want to die. Just yet. So
She just falls out of the window and dies. What a way to go.
targeted.
Aw, man.
And I'll call that a win. So I'll get an extra bargain die on my investigation roll. So yeah, so a few minutes pass, and who do we want to say who saw me, or just like it's just out there in the ether that
I like
it was
us
seen?
to save it for later.
Okay. So yeah, Katie has no clue. Thinks that she just did it perfectly. And yeah, opens the door. I think we head into the soundstage, and I know that my friend, the cinematographer, at this time of morning is always up on the roof because he's been like trying to shoot some B-roll up there, shoot some extra footage. And his name is he's from Hollywood, so he has to have a double he has to have an alliterative name. His name is Dante. Good last name for Dante.
Are we sticking with the double letters? The
I think we
alliteration?
have to. If you're from Hollywood.
Yeah, he's from LA, so we all know
Dante
that everyone.
Diaz?
Dante Diaz.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so Dante Diaz. I dropped his character picture in there too. So we probably, like, Katie insists on stopping at the little like makeshift kitchen inside and making coffee for everybody, and remembers just how Annie likes it. I'm guessing black. But head up to the roof of the soundstage, this warehouse, and Dante's up there. He's been shooting this family of screech owls that hangs out in a tree, like adjacent to the building, like a scraggly dead tree. So he's up there with his camera, like zoom lens, getting footage of this family of owls as they're like, I don't know, like one of them caught a mouse and they're all like squabbling and fighting over it in this tree. And we sit down with him. Somebody want to play Dante?
Can I play Dante?
Yes.
Yeah, all yours.
I volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, so I mean, we probably like just sit for a few minutes while he's shooting, and like the sun comes up a little bit more, and the owls fly away at some point, and just like, hey Dante,
It is beautiful, it is, I swear. Every morning they come in, sit in the trees. The shading is just perfect. I love it.
That's a good voice.
I love it.
Yeah, little Dante. Yeah, I knew he'd be up here, still shooting even though the filming's off.
I mean, take what you get while you can. I mean, beautiful up here. Who knows how long I'll get to film these owls?
Like a moment of silence, and then like they think I did it. Can you believe that?
Expand.
The the murder?
Dante looks over just like nervously to Annie. Is Annie still here? Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just kind of like sipping her coffee, just like, there we go. Now we're awake.
I mean, that's a pretty big confession. Are you sure you want to be making that?
They think I did it? It's not a confession.
I mean, but you're saying you think you did it. That, I believe, constitutes as a confession.
No, I'm saying that the police think I did it.
Oh, good. Had me thinking I was sitting up here with a murderer for a second.
You know what my favorite Veronica Vanderbilt movie was?
I mean, I thought it was Night Nurse, but if it's not, doing like.
No, I mean I like them all. I don't think there's a bad one, but it's Whisper Girl. You know, she and I are actually about the same age. I don't think anybody realized that, but I saw that movie when I was, I guess, 10. She was just a kid in the movie, and she had that imaginary friend. You know how the Whisper Girl like protected her, like helped her, made her stronger. I guess that the movie was like, it was a big deal to me because, I don't know, life wasn't great. And after that, it was like Veronica was my Whisper Girl, like made me stronger, made me want to be better. Can't believe they think I killed her.
Annie looks like a little bit remorseful for a second and is still like sipping her coffee, but like kind of thinking like, oh my gosh, how could I ever accuse her out loud? Like just kind of feeling like a douche for ever thinking that Katie would do that.
Even after Katie just said that super creepy thing about about Veronica being her imaginary friend who makes her stronger. No, anyway.
Well, still, at that point, she'd just feel bad for her. Like, oh,
Yeah.
she was so obsessed. There's no way. Like,
So I want to find out who did it. I want to find out what happened. Dante, you were here. You were here all the time. Did you see anything?
I mean, I wasn't at the murder site, so I didn't see anything there. But I can think back, see what I know about people coming and going here at the department, the warehouse, excuse me.
Like, could we look at your footage?
Sure. I don't do a lot of recording inside. Usually it would be around like the sound stages and stuff. You feel free to take a look at it.
Thank you.
You might have to scroll back a little bit. There's a lot of owl photos on there.
This guy really loves his owls.
Yeah.
Owls are amazing creatures. Did you know they don't blink?
Who are you talking to, Dante?
The owls, don't worry about it.
What if it was Dante all along? The owls told him to do it.
Wouldn't put it past him. So I'm thinking like we can cut to Annie and Katie like at a computer somewhere, like looking through the footage from the past couple days, and that could maybe be my investigation role.
yeah,
That seems good.
Yeah. Seems like mind. I don't think I can play this off as being body.
Let's see. Yeah, probably mind.
Okay. My mind is calm, so I have no dice there. So This is actually our first investigation since we answered a question too. So answering one of those questions gives us an extra bargain die. So we're gonna have 2 dice from me, 2 bargain dice, and 3 opposition dice. So I'm just gonna roll 2 dice, and whoever wants to do the other ones can do them. Ooh, I rolled good.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
you did roll good.
Who's rolling opposition?
I'm looking for my dice right now.
And does somebody want to roll 2 bargain dice? I guess I don't need them. I'm not going to trade in a 6 for anything.
That's fair.
Well, go ahead and roll them, because I might want a different outcome. I don't know. See how it goes.
You need 3,
3, yeah.
2, and a 3. Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
Pretty good.
So I believe I have to put up the 6 and the 5. Or I have to put up all 3, right?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
And the 2 bargain dice come in? Yeah, go ahead.
I can do that.
That's good bargain dice too, but yeah, I don't think I want a 3 for anything. So yeah, so the opposition dice are 6, 5, 2. My dice are 2 6s, so I'm gonna go 6 against the 5 and a 6 against the 2. Which is good. Yeah. So I get to add and create and connect a lead twice, and then I have to destroy a lead too. I think the first one is gonna be like a piece of the footage itself. Like I think we see inside the soundstage, we've like zoomed ahead a little bit, like past the scene that was actually being shot, and Veronica is yelling like cut, furious, and the camera shifts over to her, and we see her just like enraged, like, I can't believe you're trying to sabotage me. You're doing this on purpose. I know it. You're all amateurs. What are we even doing here? She like kicks her director's chair over, like starts storming off the set. She shouts, "Katie! Where the hell is Katie?" And like somebody leans over and like tells her that Katie doesn't work there anymore. And she's like, "Give me my damn phone!" Like knocks over a lighting rig and storms off set. So I'm going to add, I don't know what I'm gonna call this, Veronica Rage or something like that. Yeah, so that's my one lead that I will connect. I guess to Veronica. Does that make sense? Does that make the most sense?
I mean, it can either be Veronica or Katie.
Yeah, I'll connect it to Katie. That's more fun.
Ooh.
Who else might be in the background? We don't know.
Yeah. And the other lead, I think I want to draw for the other lead because I don't have anything off the top of my head. So let's draw a card. Chloe,
Right,
do you still have
I'm the master of cards.
do you have that deck?
It is on hand.
Okay. I think I want a person. I don't have enough people on there who aren't God or me.
You.
Yeah.
All right. Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts. Ooh, mastermind schemer. How is it that every time we draw a person card, it's Matthew?
It could also be Daddy Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you said hearts, right? Did you say
Hearts
Hearts?
is the warehouse.
Hearts is the warehouse.
It's Dante.
I hope
Okay.
it's not Dante. I like Dante.
We just heard
I
Dante.
told you guys, it's the owls. The owls are speaking to him.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like the owls too, man.
The owls
Yeah.
really like the movie Blood Loop.
He didn't seem like a mastermind. How
Hey,
would
you never
we-
know. I'm out.
Yeah, I like bringing Victor in. But I'm trying to think of why. Could there be something that shows up in the footage that shows that he, I don't know, he got there sooner than he said he did?
Ooh.
That could work.
Like, do we just
I like
see
that.
him in
Maybe
the background?
Dante has some sneaky footage that he shot of like an argument or something.
Ooh, okay, I've got it. It's in the owl footage.
It had to be the owl.
That, like, just in the background, there's a car that pulls up to the soundstage, and Daddy Vanderbilt gets out of it, and it's from like 3 days ago. So, like, as far as we know, he just arrived like that day, but he was there before Veronica.
Yee.
Yeah. So I need one more card, which is going to tell me which district to destroy a lead from.
I'm glad we built some extra leads at Hearts, just in case.
Yeah, I feel happy that I've kind of protected Katie.
That's good. We got spades.
Spades.
Ooh,
the farm.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, in the distance
Offsite.
we hear sirens of fire trucks heading to the farm office.
Oh, someone's burning the evidence.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Diabolical.
I'll tell me what you think of this. I need to connect Daddy Vanderbilt to something. What if he got out of the car with Eric?
Ooh. Yes.
Okay. I'm
Wait,
connecting.
but-
no, I can't connect him to
Wait,
Eric.
you can't connect it to Eric because
That's right.
he's crossed
Eric
out.
is no
Only
longer
I can
attachable.
connect to Eric.
Yes, you can connect him to Eric. I will connect him to Veronica, I guess, and then
That makes a lot of sense.
Violet connect him to Eric if you want to. If the dice say so.
Yeah.
Is there anything else interesting?
I mean,
Well, he's not in the rage footage, is he?
No.
we're just,
Okay.
if Matthew was on the board, I'd say connect to Matthew because that
Yeah.
would make sense. But we don't have Matthew on the board yet.
Right.
We should.
Shut up.
See how it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna connect him to Veronica.
Oh.
And cross out the farm office. What happened to the farm office? I don't know. Yeah, I think that is my scene.
Okay. I'm trying to remember who's next in the turn order here.
We don't have to do the turn order. It just the only thing is just to make sure everybody gets to go before anybody goes twice. But I think whoever wants to go.
I definitely have an idea for a scene, but I would need you guys' help to decide what all the characters are fitting into the scene. And this could also be a scene that we wait to do until later. Because I want to do the scene where Matthew just got in a car wreck with someone, and that person was chasing whoever passed him on the freeway. Now, I left it vague so we could decide what it is. Did he pass a fire truck and see a fire? Did he pass Eric? So I don't know if we have enough information to create that scene yet, but that's the scene I want to do down the line is him interacting with whoever was chasing the other car.
think we
Yeah, that's a
could.
tricky one.
We could do that now. Like, it would be interesting to have it informed by other stuff, but I could see it just like you.
I mean, we do have a fire at the site. So if it was like a fire truck he passed and ran into Veronica or Mr. Vanderbilt who was chasing it, or it was Eric and he ran into Veronica chasing it, or it was Eric and he ran into someone else chasing it. I don't know. Or it was Katie later in the future and it was the cops chasing. We don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you feel like you want somebody else to go first?
Sure. Let's fill in the blanks a little bit. But that's a scene for the future I want to do.
Anybody else have something?
I think after Violet has her very dramatic mental breakdown, I think she would go up to Eric's room and just like, in the sort of like, I'm just going through a breakup way, like, is just like rummaging through it to see like what of his stuff she can destroy. But it is also, in a way, perhaps going to allow her to uncover some clues.
Do you remember who is staying in Eric's room now?
Daddy Vanderbilt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wasn't Brock also like? Oh, he was in Veronica's room.
I'm in Veronica's room, yeah.
But I think, just like based on our timeline, Daddy Vanderbilt hasn't moved into the room yet.
Okay.
It's
Unless
still
he has
like
another
like,
room that we didn't
It's like
know.
that weird like middle room where like there's probably like some poor cleaning lady just like doing her job, and then Violet's just like, get out, and like scares off the cleaning lady and just like starts like rummaging through the room. I don't know what the obstacle here would be, other than it's definitely not a good look for her to be doing all of this, so maybe it's a rep thing. But I leave it to you to decide
Let's like
what you think would be best.
solidify the scene. So are we like, so she's going to Eric's room.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a key? She probably has a key.
She probably has a key.
Yeah. And this is like old classic hotel room where they actually have like keys.
Yeah.
So that's not the thing. So she goes in. Just like let's like roll with it and see where the challenge comes up.
Okay. So yeah, she unlocks the door, kind of like busts her way in.
You want there to be a cleaning lady there?
I would assume that there might be a cleaning lady there if they're preparing it for Daddy Vanderbilt to be moved in.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to play this poor cleaning lady...
I can play the cleaning lady.
Yeah, let's do it. You, get out now!
Excuse me, miss. Well, you see, I have to finish cleaning this room.
I don't give a damn. Do you know who I am? Get out!
Well, now, miss, this isn't your room. You're not allowed in here.
I am allowed to go where I please. My sister is dead and my boyfriend just left me.
Well, shit. That's a lot, isn't it?
Damn straight
No.
it is. Now get out of here.
I'll ask my manager if it's all right for you to be in here.
What do you want? Money? I could have my dad pay you. Is it that much? I can bribe you. Just leave.
Now, ma'am, this is my job. It's not a matter of money.
And
It's a
I
matter
can make
of
it so you never
principle.
have to work again. Just get out of this damn room.
Wow.
Hey, if I could throw out a suggestion here, something we haven't done in the game is draw a dramatic hits card.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this would just be like a random thing that happens that might, I don't know,
Excellent.
would be
Yes,
this would be a
please.
fun
Oh, I
game,
love
fun
it. Let's
moment
see what
for that.
happened.
So yeah, just a card.
Let's go for it.
I'm drawing a card.
Yeah.
You got Queen of Clubs.
Ooh. Queen is targeted by a dangerous professional.
Hmm.
Oh no!
Ooh,
Violet? No, wait. Oh my god, is the cleaning lady the dangerous professional?
no. Yeah. Yes, but she
He
isn't.
swings broom.
She's paparazzi.
Oh.
Ooh. You just hear like a click over in the corner of the room and like realize that she's had this little remote in her hand the whole time. So she's
You
like clicking the camera from far away.
stop that! Stop that right now!
Now, miss, we all gotta make a living, don't we?
The way that Violet just wants to like punch this woman.
That's a
I
body
think she
roll.
does. I think Violet fully punches her in this moment.
Wow.
She's had enough.
I was playing it more young, like probably 20s or something.
Please, not the old women.
Don't make me punch an old lady.
No, I'm punching perfectly young and able women, as you do.
So that's a body roll, right?
It could be body or it could be rep if this is actively being recorded.
Mm.
It depends on what the goal is. Is the goal for you to like come out of this not looking terrible, or is the goal of this to like get this person out of the way so you can do what you wanted to do?
I think the goal is probably to get her out of the way and also maybe destroy the camera.
Yeah, I think that's body, but it leaves us a really good option for
A
for,
rep
what they call it,
bargain.
for a bargain. Yeah, if needed. Let me delete these dice that are still up
Okay,
here.
so I am currently able, so I get to roll 2 dice.
And how many does the opposition
No.
roll?
Able is just 1.
Oh,
So if you were
then I
vigorous,
will
you'd get 2. So it's 1 versus 1.
roll 1.
So the opposition just rolls 1.
Yep.
Not great for me.
A big gamble.
Oh my god.
Hey, I
You
punch
did it.
her. I punch her so good, you guys.
The like slow motion dice roll is so traumatizing. It
Yeah.
went from like
I've
a
never
6
been
to a
happier to
1.
roll a 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what you needed there. Yeah, so what happens?
Fully decks this woman in the jaw. And then takes her high heel and like literally like stomps it through the camera. And then like turns to the woman and is like in the most like intimidating voice, just like, get out.
The woman just is like sobbing over her camera as she runs downstairs.
Nobody messes with the Vanderbilts.
Dun,
Violet's
dun,
still
dun.
in her fluffy feather robe, right?
Yeah, no, literally.
Nice. Is it black?
Oh, definitely. Violet is
Gotta be,
in like
right?
full femme fatale mode.
Yeah.
She had to get the morning robe out of the closet.
Hold on a second. I am going to send like an image of what I'm thinking in the chat just so you guys get the full feel of what I'm going for here. Like
My friend and I call those the on-purpose widow.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh
The
wow.
on-purpose widow.
One of those. Very dramatic.
Very.
Because Violet is a queen. And now I can search through Eric's stuff. Hooray!
What does that look like?
Yeah, like I said, like full like girl broken up with like with reckless abandon, just like tearing this room like ceiling to floor. just going through it. So, I don't know what kind of check it would be.
Is it heart?
Potentially?
Mm.
Because it's very, like, emotionally driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do heart, even though it's definitely not one of my strongest stats, but we'll roll with it.
What do you have and what's your heart at?
I am guilty.
Oh, okay. So that's one extra opposition, 2 protagonist dice, and 2 bargain dice since you won that.
Yeah.
I'll roll the bargain dice if somebody else wants to do the opposition.
I could do
That
opposition.
wasn't
How much
great.
is it total again? Is it 3 or 4?
4. 4, because you're guilty. Yeah.
I got a 4 and a 1.
Oh, your opposition dice are not good either. Or your bargain dice aren't good either.
Oh,
Ugh.
well, the
Oh.
opposition dice are great.
Oh my god, okay. So,
There's nothing that you can do here. You've got 6, 5, 5 for the opposition dice, 2 2s for your bargain dice. We've never used bargain
We've
dice.
never had a super fail.
And
Like, this
4,
is a
1.
yeah, no, this
all
is
fail.
bad. I'm gonna fail across the board no matter what I do.
Yeah, this is bad for Violet. But you're not going to die.
No, you just take 2 damages and destroy a lead.
Yeah. Not so bad.
That's all.
Just
Is his room like cleaned out? Is there like nothing for you to find or break as much as you want to?
potentially that could be the solution here. Or like the end result. Okay.
Almost suspiciously so. Almost like a professional cleaned it out. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. She's a professional maid and a professional paparazzi.
We need to put that paparazzi on our NPC list.
So,
Yeah. So here's something that I kind of like everybody's input on, because it doesn't say what happens if you get multiple damage or conditions. It just says damage or condition governing this investigation roll, which suggests with 2 of those, it's going to be 2 points on your heart.
which would be consumed for me. That would take me
Yeah.
all the way to the bottom.
Is that how we want to read that, or could it be on other conditions?
I mean, I'll take the hit.
I'm
It
curious to
seems
see
like-
what happened.
So,
Based on damage condition. Yeah, it seems like to me it reads like the condition that you're rolling.
All right.
That's what I would lean toward based off the rating.
I guess
Yeah.
Violet is consumed then.
my
I-
heart's been broken too much. First
Yeah.
my sister, and now my boyfriend.
And then you'll draw a card to find out where you're destroying a lead.
Okay.
The card is
Just the suit.
spade.
They-
Well,
I really like
is-
drawing spades for getting rid of leads.
yeah, it's got to be the
Oh,
Film
it's-
Fest wrap.
Yeah, I think that's
That meaning?
that's literally the only one that's left that isn't circled.
It is. But why?
Bro, we gotta get some leads on this board.
Yeah, maybe we're not going to finish this thing.
Well, we kept
Uh,
destroyed stuff last time too.
Why? Why is that gone? And is there something in the room that like tells you that? Here's something. We know Okay, we know that Eric's engagement ring was at the murder scene. We know
Yes.
that someone on the cast found the body and that Eric took
Mhm.
off. We know that there was like some information suggesting that she was meeting with a film fest rep that night. Was that meeting
Was Eric cheating on you with your sister?
or was the meeting a
No.
setup? Like, was there actually no film fest rep? Or did he die in the fire?
That's the other.
The film fest guy? He was
Yeah.
just hanging out, waiting for
Still
Veronica to show
waiting.
up.
I don't know.
There's something funny about him actually just like being in the fire. Or it could just been like just like it's a false lead. He was here to talk to Veronica. Now that Veronica's dead, he left.
Yeah. Just literally not there anymore.
Just like this is no longer my business. I just want to have some hope that Eric is innocent and a good person. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Like, yeah, like he was just like, nope, I have no business here anymore. Or maybe that's what it was. Like the film fest rep had a room, and now that one's oh so empty because he checked out.
All right. I think that works.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to maybe do better than that?
I tried my best, you guys.
Do better than that with dice. The scene was great.
Thank you.
Well, I have an idea that if there's a fire and there's a hero moment, probably Brock's gonna like charge in.
I'm riding in on
He's-
Buttercup.
The
Are
farm
you
is
still
on
in like the
fire. You
shed
gotta
when the
go
fire starts
save
going out?
Buttercup. Huh?
Ooh.
Are you still in like the shed when the fire goes off?
No, Brock got out
No.
of the shed.
I've been in Veronica's room, but I would see the fire things go by because there's one road in this town,
Mm-hmm.
so I would head towards the fire because I'm suspicious that someone's trying to destroy evidence, and also Buttercup's in that barn,
All right.
and I don't like him, but he shouldn't die.
Not Buttercup.
I love a Brock Buttercup redemption scene.
So yeah, the scene is him running up to the barn to see if it's on fire. Oh no, body is a terrible idea. Why did I choose
Really?
this scene?
Might be able to think of a way to use mind. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's blazing. It's like fires visible and like column of smoke. And I guess if you followed the firefighters, they're there.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh.
one fire.
So we need like a firefighter guy. For me to have
Maybe
a
instead
scene
of
with.
body, you like use your mind to convince the firefighter to save Buttercup instead of doing it yourself.
That's fair. I have a broken leg. This is a terrible idea.
Yeah,
It's so
broken
dramatic
leg.
though.
But
But Brock
Um,
is a hero.
Frantically
Somebody-
like crutching his way over.
yeah. Does anybody want to play the firefighter that I'm talking to in the scene? Or is anybody else running towards the fire, like to figure out what's going on?
I'll play a firefighter.
Awesome.
Cool.
Katie is definitely steering clear of law enforcement right now.
Sir, there's a horse in that barn. He's not the greatest, but he shouldn't die in there.
Stay back! This is a very dangerous area. We'll save that horse, I swear it.
Don't you think you should get the kindling put out first? Like, there's all that hay in there.
You know, that's a very fair point, but trust me, we are professionals. We got this on lock.
Well, maybe Buttercup will come out of the barn by themselves if they see me at the door.
So
'Cause they
brave.
don't like me.
Wait, you want to save the horse that doesn't like you?
It doesn't deserve to die.
I mean, if Brock's like rushing in to lure the horse out, that's a heart roll, 100%.
That's so good.
I'm not good at that one either, but let's do it.
Well, are you
Okay,
bad at
and
it?
then
I'm guilty in my
Oh.
heart.
Okay, that's not good. Do you want to make this?
it could also be a body to outrun the horse.
It's fine. I can roll bad, guys. It's fine.
No, we
Okay.
need these leads.
How many would it be for opposition again? 2, 3?
You're guilty. It's 2 versus 1
All
Two for
right.
position.
2 versus 1. Here we go.
Yeehaw. 1
Whee!
and 2.
dice are the
Oh,
worst.
Brock did so bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Brock just lost. Which doesn't do anything. Like, you're not taking damage from that. You're just
The horse
Oh,
just refuses
you're
to
not
come out.
saving Buttercup.
No,
No, Buttercup.
It's okay. They weren't even in the barn. That's what happened. He's out. in
Just
the
comes up
field,
from
like-
behind him, kicks him over.
just like munching on hay. Like, what is everybody so worried about?
Well, it's like, so this is a failure of heart. So like,
He was really
Brock-
trying to he was really trying to convince himself that he cared for this horse, but he knows he doesn't.
The horse just like looks at him and is like, nah, I'm not coming out of here.
I'd rather burn alive, Brock.
I was thinking maybe Brock is just not like brave enough, or like, I don't know.
That's fair. Or like,
Go
if
ahead.
there's a bunch of firefighters being like, dude, you can't go in there. Like, he just
Are
is
you
held
a
back
fool?
because he has
Stop.
a broken leg.
Yeah. Just shouting, Buttercup!
Buttercup! Stella!
What the heck is the investigation roll?
Well, I kind of was hoping that he would, like, after the burning down of the barn, maybe find some kind of something that couldn't have been, that was hidden in the barn at one point. Like,
All right.
the burning down of the barn reveals something new, was kind of what I was hoping for.
Pan, did you just make an over the hedge reference
Did I?
earlier?
I made a Streetcar Named Desire reference,
Oh,
which might be referenced in Over the Hedge.
Probably.
Referenceception.
Yeah.
Checks out.
So we're just like jumping ahead to like an hour later when the fire's out and Brock has been like sitting on the back of a fire truck with like one of those shiny blankets wrapped around him.
Even though nothing bad has happened to him.
Tears coming down to the corners of his eyes.
I couldn't save Buttercup.
Does that mean we just remove Buttercup from the board now?
I don't
No,
know.
Buttercup always lives on. I'm sure he made it out.
He
The
was
hell horse.
he wasn't in the barn in the first place. That's what we
Demon Steed comes back from hell to rage against Brock.
He'll, he'll be back in Annie's next movie, Demon Steed, that she's working on.
Demon
Ooh,
Steed.
yes.
Yeah. So what are you rolling for after the fire's out?
I kind of want to ask the firefighters if there was anything that made no sense to them because
That's a smarter move, game wise.
I'm not smart. And also, I have a great rep. At
Yeah.
least I tried.
You know what? You
They're
were
like-
so valiant trying to save that horse.
You're dumb, but you're a nice guy.
Yeah. So you're trusted on your rep. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
I
So
am.
you'll have 3 dice to roll. It'll be 4 opposition dice because you lost that challenge, and then 1 bargain die.
Here we go.
Again, you roll too
Why
good
did it
when you're in
only roll
opposition.
3? Oh, it did roll 3.
I rolled. It's gonna
Oh
be a
my
6,
God.
a 5, and a 2.
Oh no! Let me roll
Oh,
an
man.
opposition die
Can we stop having opposition
for a
sixes?
bargain. Okay, great. I got a 1 on the bargain die.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't. I can win one thing.
Hmm.
That's it.
That's all you can do.
So I don't pin myself. Great. That's awesome. I do prefer that.
Yeah.
Oh, why is this a 1?
Brock could
One of the
never.
3.
Brock could never kill Veronica.
No, he's too dumb.
He couldn't with the broken leg, so.
But now you have to damage a condition and destroy a lead.
Mhm.
Okay.
We keep destroying them.
No.
We can't build them up.
So now I go down in my condition that I rolled in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm now not trusted. I'm
No.
overlooked. They're like, "Oh, you're so dumb." And
Poor dumb Brock.
poor dumb
Oh.
Brock. And then destroy something, damage,
Escalate or destroy.
escalation or destroy lead. What is escalate? Because that sounds kind of fun.
Well, so escalate only happens if there aren't any leads left in that district. So if you got a spade again, we would escalate offsite scenes. What it does is basically like things are going bad there, and it's gonna give 1 extra opposition die to every roll.
Oh, never mind.
And if
Oh.
3 districts get escalated, the game is over, and we didn't solve the mystery.
So that's fun because there's not a lot that we can get rid of anymore.
Yeah. So, Chloe, do you want to draw a card and give us the suit? We'll see what we're getting rid of.
Sure, why not? That's gonna be. Sorry, y'all, another spade.
I guess we're
I
Oh,
swear I
that's-
shuffled these.
So you can't get rid of stuff that's connected to other stuff, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Again,
What?
that's something that it doesn't actually say. Well, maybe it does, and I just didn't see it.
Can I suggest that maybe the reason why things are escalating there is because the fire is just like really rapidly spreading in that area?
Oh, it's like a
they didn't
wildfire?
actually get it out.
It turned into a wildfire.
Oh no.
I'm drawing fire squiggles.
It is like in Arizona, so like
Wyoming.
fires, everything. Oh, Wyoming, never mind. But it's
Still dry.
deserty, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
there could still
dry.
be fires in Wyoming.
Perfect way to destroy all the evidence.
All the
Wild.
evidence is going up in flames.
The scene of the crime just gone.
All right.
God.
So
This crime just got hotter.
off-site scenes are escalated. I don't know if we. Oh, there you go. Nice. Excellent.
Nice.
It's just like, sorry, you handsome, handsome man. I cannot answer any of your questions right now. This fire is going off the walls. You need to go back into town where it's safer.
Okay.
We'll take you in the truck.
Yeah.
Let me know if you find Buttercup.
We'll keep an eye out.
And Brock, if he ever rolls good, can actually still use those destroyed leads in offsite scenes. Because that's your district. But
Oh, I can? But I have to roll good.
you have to
Okay.
roll it. Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine
Nice.
being able to roll good.
We haven't rolled good at all this whole time.
Well, you
The
got a 3,
opposition's
right?
been
Doesn't
rolling
that mean
really well.
Did you add a leader connection?
Oh.
Because I thought you
Oh,
got
I
2
got
with
a
the 3.
3. That's right. I didn't get to do that yet.
Oh, yeah. So random lead or connection.
Okay.
So you draw another card. Or you can make a connection. Either draw a card or make a
I'd rather draw a card so we can add more stuff to the board.
I
You want a
need more
person?
stuff to burn.
Person, place, or thing.
I think I want a thing.
Right. Draw us a card.
Shuffling sounds. That's gonna be Jack of Clubs.
It's a trained animal.
Oh,
Buttercup!
he was off training in a different
From
place. We get to
Tent
put
Town.
Buttercup on the board.
Why is it from Tent Town?
What trained animals do we have at Tent
No,
Town? Is
wait.
it someone's pet?
That's where
Someone's got a
Buttercup
parent.
escaped. No, that's where Buttercup escaped to after the fire. He ran towards the tent town.
Yay, he's alive.
Buttercup.
Does that mean that Tent Town's in danger from being caught on fire?
I don't think Buttercup's
Potentially.
It's close enough for a horse to run to?
Buttercup.
Horses
He's
can
a
run pretty
stallion.
fast.
He can run so fast.
Why is this a lead?
Because it's Buttercup and we love him.
I want him to live. I think, let's see, a lead.
May I pose an idea?
Sure, yes.
We already know that someone used Buttercup to sabotage Brock. Maybe evidence is on his saddle or something?
That's fair. Or, he's in Tent Town, and like he's a show horse, so like I'm sure he had a costume at a certain point, like whether that was like his feathers had to match, like his main feathers had to match my costume or something. Like he's been to Tent Town before, and one of his costumes has like Veronica's blood on it or something.
And the firefighters tell you this?
I thought this was just a random lead.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
but
get
it
it from
has
your
to.
investigation. No, I think they could. I'm not saying that couldn't
I
happen.
like the idea that the firefighters are like, oh yeah, the horse you saw ran off that way. Sorry, we didn't tell you.
You go find him?
I feel like, yeah, I think that's probably what happened because they want me to go away from the fire anyway. So they were like, go find the horse. And he has this part of a costume still on. And it's got evidence on it of some kind. Ooh, it makes perfect sense that whoever was murdering her with a lasso was riding a horse to do so, right?
In a possessed scarecrow costume.
I mean, that's happened.
It makes perfect sense.
Well, I thought of this terrible scene now from like Blood Loop, where the scarecrow lassoed someone right while riding a horse, and then just went off and dragged them behind them.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, so Buttercup's. I find Buttercup and realize that the piece of costume that he still has on has like blood on it. Clearly, he was used in Veronica's demise.
Oh, so we know Brock didn't do it.
Yeah, because I can't ride Buttercup.
There's something so funny that we've been joking about this demonic horse this entire time, and it turned out to actually be really important.
No wonder we didn't discover it sooner. The Buttercup wouldn't get close.
I mean, just look at his picture. That's pure guilt in his eyes. He's seen some shit.
Terrified. He's seen murder.
Poor Buttercup.
No wonder he's only trying to defend himself.
Wait, why is he defending himself from you, Brock?
Uh-oh. Maybe I did do it. Dun dun dun.
Actually, I think we had established that the reason was because of horse pheromones in your cologne, but you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's covered by smoke now, so you're all good.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yay, I'm cured.
Oh, if we want to go back to Matt's scene, maybe what he saw was Buttercup booking it, and he almost hit Buttercup, and that's what he almost got into an accident with.
Ooh.
Who did I get in an accident with? Who else is out there, in this case, for Buttercup?
Well, there's Eric's taxi. There's the Film Fest rep.
How about the paparazzi?
Oh, and the paparazzi woman.
She was chasing the horse?
No,
Maybe she's
not.
chasing
But
Eric.
the horse ran by.
The horse
And-
ran across the street as your car was approaching, and so you almost hit it, and then maybe the person that was behind you rear-ended you.
I'm not sold on it because I narrated it as if it was like a head-on collision and people driving by, but I'm down if we want to retcon.
It is up to you.
It could still be a head-on collision if, like, Buttercup ran across a crossroad and, like, distracted two drivers and they just, like, freaked out and smashed into each other, trying to avoid the horse.
Well, what if it? I don't know. Well, could be the paparazzi if they're going to get a look at the fire, so that could make sense.
Or maybe it's just like the collision happens and then Buttercup runs by afterward.
Yeah.
That could work.
For continuity.
Look, I'm a sucker for continuity. That's how I was raised. So let's see. If I run into Ooh, wait. So who did I pass that got my attention originally? Who would the paparazzi be chasing? If that's who Matthew ran into.
Probably at that point, Eric.
Either Eric or Daddy Vanderbilt or Violet. Those are the three ones I can think of.
I think Daddy Vanderbilt, because I think Eric was gone like much earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or Veronica. Or sorry, not Veronica, Violet.
That would be very shocking.
I was about to say, huh?
I was like, wait, what? Unless I ran into Violet and she was chasing someone else.
Maybe, like, she went to go follow Eric after her, like, room-destroying frenzy.
Oh, that could be problematic for Matthew, running into crazy Violet.
Ooh.
Consumed Violet.
Could Violet be chasing the paparazzi person?
Well, she
That's-
destroyed the camera.
She destroyed the camera, but maybe she thinks that the paparazzi like took stuff from the room.
Maybe. Ooh, I do like that, actually.
We could also leave whoever she was chasing vague for now.
Totally. Matthew would also probably know that paparazzi.
True. I've seen him around town.
What's the singular
problem-
of paparazzi? Paparazzo?
Paparazzo.
I think paparazzi is both singular and plural.
Internet, here I come.
Anyway, so head-on collision between Matthew and Violet.
If we wanted to make things really spicy about who she was chasing, it could be like Katie. and then we throw like some mystery into the mix for later.
Yeah, maybe just leave it open for now.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's so many like good possibilities. Someone Matthew recognized.
Someone Matthew recognized, someone Violet for whatever reason is chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Singular paparazzi. You have paparazzo for men and paparazza for women.
Ah.
Paparazzo, paparazza. So
There you
she's
go.
a paparazza. Cool. What?
Knowledge is power. So what's happening? What's our scene? What do we see here?
So let's open the scene. There's Matthew like kind of shakes his head because he kind of like regains some of his focus. I think both cars are like on the side of the road. Oh no, let's make it spicier. His car's on one side of the road. Violet's has spun around, is on the other side of the road. But it's like kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They're only like a couple miles from town, but it's still like kind of rural. And Matthew starts to like open his door to see what happened. What the heck was that?
Sees
I
a
think
large
you-
horse trot across the street,
Like,
disappear into the darkness.
and then you see like Violet kind of like almost falls out of the car. She's still wearing that giant ass robe and her high
Yes.
heels. Like she did not change to go and like tail whoever she was looking for. And she's just like completely disheveled, like mascara running.
Miss Vanderbilt.
And she's about to be like, oh, Mr. Mason.
Are you okay?
Never better. Thank you. What the hell are you doing out here?
Just heading back into town.
Well,
What are you doing out here?
I'm just going for a drive is all.
That was pretty fast drive, Miss Mason. Or Miss Vanderbilt. Sorry.
I like the feeling of the wind in my hair. What can I say?
You look like you're ready for a drive. Probably not ready for a car crash. We'll have to get in straight in. Sure, this is gonna suck to tell your father.
You do not need to tell my father about this.
Your father's gonna know whether I tell him or not.
Still, it's none of your business.
Ran into the front of my car. That's my business.
And I pay you enough to repair it.
Yeah, well, how are you going to explain your car crash to your father on the same day that I have my car crash? Look, the lines aren't going to add up, okay? Besides, what do you got to hide?
What do you have to hide?
None of your... Can we just exchange insurance information or something, please?
Fine.
Thank you. And he'll go back towards the car to grab like his notebook or something so he can change information with her.
Like, Violet just like pulls out like a pocket mirror and is like fixing up her face.
How you holding up? What with everything that's going on?
Well, what do you think?
Based on your driving, not well.
Was
You were
it,
saying-
wasn't Matthew the one that was distracted and like caused the accident?
Don't tell her.
Okay.
She was everything to me, you know? And now I feel like I didn't even get to say goodbye to her. She was just taken away, and she's in a morgue somewhere. And now Eric, he left. I don't even know where he went.
I'm sorry, I
feels
heard
like-
about you and Eric. Sorry about that.
What did you hear about me and Eric?
Only what he was willing to tell me, which wasn't much. Nothing for you to worry about.
I seem to be worrying about everything these days. So, your statement doesn't really dissuade me.
I think with things going on as they are, nothing would. Look, I've always had your family's best interest at heart. You should know this by now.
If you had my family's best interest in heart, you would not have even let us come out here. Everything is destroyed and it's all your fault.
You think I didn't try? Your sister's the one who dragged us all out here. She wouldn't listen.
You didn't try hard enough. And now
Look,
everything's ruined.
There's some things even I can't do, okay? Best of my abilities. You should know the things I've done for your family, okay? Don't go around blaming me for what's happened.
I can blame who the hell I want to. Who's gonna listen to you?
Your father, for one thing, hopefully. Don't forget what I've done for your family, Miss Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you against what? Now his only daughter? I think I have the upper hand here, Mr. Mason.
You may be right. Just don't forget how much of a reputation I helped your sister keep. Okay?
Fine. If that'll help you sleep at night.
Who says I sleep? Let's just get this over with, okay?
Right. They'll, exchange information.
Matthew will try to take, as, casual and investigative look into her car as he can.
Into her car?
Just, as they're, standing next to it, as she's, writing down his information, just kind of casually, looking over to see what he can see inside her car.
Would that be a mind roll, perhaps?
Well, is this your this is your challenge roll?
I don't know. I don't know what the challenge roll should be for this situation, but I'm open to ideas.
I, for one, love the idea of this tense conversation being a great place to draw another dramatic hits card.
Please.
Ooh. I'm down for it.
Bring the drama.
Yes.
Shuffling sounds.
Shuffling sounds.
Foley work.
We love the Foley
We got
work.
Ace of Spades.
Ooh. Another crime is committed.
Oh, really?
Ooh. And it's around us at this point, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
All right, who's committing the crime here? Is it Matthew or is it Violet?
Does no, I guess we can't do that. I was gonna say, do you look in the back of the car and Daddy Vanderbilt's body is back there? But we can't kill him because he's still alive.
What's Oh, I forgot my question.
May I,
You may.
while we're on this sort of bend here, what if it's Eric's body in the car?
Ooh.
Yours or my car?
In Violet's car.
Which
I'm
doesn't
open to it.
necessarily mean she even knows that it's there. Doesn't
True.
necessarily mean.
I like that.
But man, that does not give us a challenge roll.
No.
I mean, it might be a contested challenge between Matthew and Violet in a second.
I guess
Either that or whoever she was chasing gets involved and causes some trouble.
The paparazzi comes back to catch the tiff going on.
is that a crime?
We hear a car roll up, or is the paparazzi in the back of the car?
There could also, we don't really know the why yet, But if Veronica was killed, would Violet also be targeted?
Potentially.
You can also find the Film Fest rep like on the side of the road.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like that
Or
better.
Eric on the side of the road too.
That's true.
All right, what are we thinking here? Do we all want to find a body? Is that what we're going towards?
I like the finding a body, but
Yeah.
I'd rather not be in the car because that
Okay.
instantly puts one or the other of you at high suspicion, and we're not supposed to put ourselves on the board.
Right.
I mean, oh wait,
The
I was
other
gonna
thing-
say. I know we've tried to save Buttercup, but we could find the horse on the side of the road.
Well, I think the only thing is like that sort of messes up Brock finding evidence on
Yeah.
Buttercup later.
True. All right, I think we have
I
to
was
find
gonna
someone else.
suggest like there's a moment where like Violet's writing down her information, like using like the hood of the car as like a table, and she has like her back turned, and like someone like shoots her or something from behind, like tries to like
Ooh.
snipe her essentially.
Oh, I'm open to that.
I do like that idea. Like, there's just a bullet hole in the car next to you.
Ooh. Okay, so I mean, yeah. So we're saying it misses.
Yeah.
I mean, it could hit you. That also could happen if we want to place it.
Or
That could be the challenge. Does
The
it
cha-
miss you or not?
the
Ooh.
challenge is Matthew goes to push her out of the way, and if it fails, it hits me.
Dun, dun,
I will
dun.
take that hit, pun intended.
Or does Matthew get hit if it's
Yeah.
a fail?
If you have to do a bargain, it might be Matthew getting hit.
Mm.
I'm open to it. I'm down to get a roll of the dice to see who gets shot.
All right. That
Yeah.
sounds like body.
I'm rolling body. Is it me rolling body or is it
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you.
Hey, I'm able-bodied.
Yeah, so with just 1 versus 1. One die to challenge and 1 die.
Oh, I only rolled a 2.
Oh,
It's a
good.
miracle.
I rolled a
Oh my God,
1.
no!
What? No!
All right, so
Wow.
bargain. You
We're
can
never
get a
gonna
bargain
roll
with
good.
that. It's only 1
Yeah.
lower. So I think
So,
bargain
bargain
obviously is
time.
you get shot and you damage your body.
Can we both get shot?
You can both get shot. It's just not going to have any mechanical effect on Violet.
Yeah.
Okay, if I go down, I'm taking Violet with me.
Oh my God, are you using Violet like a meat shield? Oh my God.
Well, I mean, like your role was to push her out of the way. So if you take
I
the
mean,
bargain,
he's
I think
mad,
you
so-
Fine. Okay,
succeeded.
fine. I'll be a good person.
Literally is like, I am always here to protect your family, but I'm gonna use you as a meat shield when someone tries to shoot you.
Hey, who says they were trying to shoot at you, okay? We don't know.
No one cares about you, Matthew.
Look, I'm just the manager, okay? Anyway, so yeah, Matthew gets shot. What are we saying? Shoulder, leg, hip? Something more dangerous?
Let's go shoulder,
All
Yes.
right.
Very film noir.
because that's like kind of close to the heart, which is probably
Yeah.
where they were aiming on Violet.
Right. Is Matthew wearing a trench coat?
Yeah. So yeah, it's either a suit jacket or a trench coat.
Nice. Very noir. Yeah, so is your investigation role still going to be looking in the car or
I would think
Looking
it
for a
would
sniper
be-
now.
yeah, to look to see who's shooting.
just kind of like take in the scene in general?
And also like how much Violet cares about Matthew getting shot. I mean, that's kind of important too.
Right. Not much, I would guess. Is this mind then?
I've been with the family for years. I've learned nothing from it.
Is that mind, you think?
Probably.
Say so?
What's Matthew's mind look like?
I think it's calm, which is ironic because he just got shot.
Yeah.
But it is
Doing
math.
very well for
so.
himself, considering.
All right. So there's an escalated district, so that's going to add an opposition die. So it's
Wait.
4 opposition dice, 2 protagonist dice, 2 bargain dice. Did I do that right?
Sounds about right.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
Right. Megan's not rolling great this time. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
How many bargain dice was
Not too shabby.
2.
2 for the bargain dice. Yeah, I got A6, so that's good.
it? I got
You're going up against a 5, a 4, and a 3, which honestly isn't too bad.
A 6 and a 2, and if I get some for good for bargain, I did not.
You did
You did not.
The bargain dice are really
Nope.
interesting because it can be like completely narrative. You don't have to make it a
Simply mechanical.
yeah. We've not hit it. So
not one.
yeah. You don't get that one though.
So what? I lose 2 to my condition, so my mind goes from calm to unhinged.
Mhm.
I mean, you just got shot.
That makes sense. You're like, you did so much for this family, and look where it got you.
Find an answer or add and connect a new lead. Let's just go with that.
Yep. We can't find an answer because, believe it or not, at this point in the game, we do not have 3 things connected.
Yeah, no, we've had to destroy so much stuff. We have burned so many leads.
It's gonna be great for the viewers because they're just gonna get another episode of this. It seems
Right.
like.
All right, what's the location for this lead? Oh, I get to choose,
You
right?
get to choose, yeah.
Yeah, person, place, or thing.
You can just make something up. You've got a 6.
Oh,
It can be whatever you want.
Ooh, you get to pick. You could pick who the sniper is.
ooh.
I mean, wouldn't that be our
Here's the thing
murderer?
is-
I guess maybe not.
Or a hired gun. You don't know. We don't know.
I
It's
don't
true.
know.
Oh, ooh. What if the sniper is the Sheriff LaRue?
The
I had
sheriff.
that thought.
The system is rigged.
Dun dun dun.
Why?
He needed this movie to make
Because
the town
plot-
money.
Then she also well, I guess she can be the murderer. Like she is a murderer. Or I
We don't
don't
know she's a murderer.
It's
She's
so
just
complicated.
attempted murderer.
yeah.
Where do you want her, Ian?
You know what? We need some more stuff on off-site scenes. Are we able to put it there?
Mhm.
Because this isn't on site at all. This is like anywhere near town. So let's put it there.
Cool.
So as Matthew gets shot, falls on his side, and looks up, he sees like a signature cowboy hat disappear behind the ridge, and then passes out because he just got shot.
Yeah. You're also going to connect that to something.
The sheriff. What do I connect her to? I guess I would just connect her to offsite scenes in this case, or is that not a possibility?
It's not, you have to connect her to one of the other. And actually, yeah, you can't connect her to anything in offsite scenes. Well, you could connect her to one of the things that we've already used, but I don't know if that's very helpful.
No. There's not a lot on here that we have that it would be good to connect her to just yet.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of connecting her to is because since she's a member of the police force, connecting her to potentially Annie, or sorry, not Annie, Katie.
Yeah, either Katie or Victor. Mr. Either one of those two would make the most sense to me.
She like
I don't know how.
do you see like the cowboy hat over the door of Victor Vanderbilt's car?
Hmm. Yeah, I could see
Not
that.
too much.
I don't know. Do we want to indict Daddy Vanderbilt just yet?
Yes.
I don't know.
To be fair, we're either indicting him or we're indicting Katie. So
Yeah, Katie could make sense. I mean,
I mean, unless she left, like as she leaves, she drops some things of Katie's or leaves something of Katie's behind. I could see her leaving something behind that connects her to one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on though. What if instead of like just seeing her cowboy hat disappear behind the ridge, you see her like jump onto Buttercup as she's riding away? Then you could connect her to Horse.
The horse. It knows so much more. I'm cool with that. That's how Buttercup gets to the
Was Buttercup all
And
along?
In town.
a weird case.
This is a
It's,
very weird case.
I'm all for weird cases. I like brain twisting conundrums.
Right. So you're gonna make a line to Buttercup?
To the horse! The horse is everything!
We're gonna need a bigger murder board.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
No, we still have Annie. Do we need like a closing note to this scene, or is it just Matthew?
I mean,
dropping?
what's Violet's reaction?
I think she like fully like screams and she's like, oh my god, I have to call the police. Like, just like freaking out.
Ooh. As you reach to call the police, like he tries to reach up and grab you. I was like, no. And tries to stop you.
What do you mean, no? You're bleeding out.
I guess he just tries to point and then passes out, and we can leave it there.
All right, let's do an Annie scene with really good rolling of dice.
Geez, there's so many things that have gone on, and none of them have made sense. Jeez. Last time we saw me, I was like peacefully sipping coffee, going through old film footage with Katie.
Although you did find evidence with Katie.
Oh yeah, I was technically there. Oh, would the film reels have like dates on them? Would they have would they be like labeled with days that the things were filmed?
Yeah, I think that was part of the Victor thing, is that he was clearly there on a day that, well, I guess obviously he was there before Veronica was murdered because Veronica was there as well. But yeah, I think they would be. I mean, I doubt they're shooting this thing on film, so it's probably all digital and dated that way.
Unless Veronica was like a real like film bro. It's just like, yeah, I want to film this baby on 35mm. Let's go.
I mean, Dante seems like a film bro.
Yeah.
I don't think that Annie dares to go talk to Victor Vanderbilt. I don't think that's a move that she would make. I do, however, think that she might try to like think back to the day that Veronica did rage at somebody on set and like figure out exactly who she was mad at and for what, and like who was trying to sabotage things. I think that is something that her author mind would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, where do I take that, and how find more info? Because you weren't there.
Nope.
That might honestly be something I go talk to Brock about. Like, hey, do you remember this specific day or these specific things that were said and who she was angry at?
Another kind of thread that Annie hasn't pulled on is that like a lot of the extras and like crew are people that she knows because she grew up here because they're townies.
Very true. Well, and also, the final script is missing. I feel like that's a thing that she would notice too.
Mm.
There's a lot of things that I could do here, and that's where I struggle, is because decisions is not a thing that I do. I do like the idea of like maybe like talking to some childhood best friend extras in Tent Town. We also don't have a whole lot there.
Oh. And I guess you might run into Brock there since he's there checking out Buttercup.
Very true. There's a lot of things that could happen there. So I will go there. I think my thought is just to like, oh, maybe I still feel guilty about like kind of publicly incriminating Katie. So I go to confide in one of the extras who was a childhood like school best friend about my guilty conscience.
Who is
Who do I
that?
want to make this person? I was going to say, who do I want to make this person? Annie probably didn't have a lot of friends in school because she kind of was just like an observer, but I'm sorry, I have too many things in my head for this. Maybe one of her like main people that she talked to was like the librarian at her school when she was a child. Like, and that's just a person that she's always found solace in. So maybe it's the librarian who has always like wanted to work in film and got the opportunity to be an extra in the movie and is in Tent Town.
Like it.
Okay, cool. Again, apologies. There's so many ways this could go.
Yeah, no worries.
Annie is on probably her third cup of just straight black coffee at this point. She stole more coffee from Katie like on her way out, and is just kind of like sipping on it guiltily. Like I don't want to let go of the idea of her as the suspect, but at the same time, I don't think she would do that. I don't think she has the guts. She's such a sweet kid. And like is kind of just mumbling to herself and probably runs like straight into this woman. Who I am going to name Libby because I like Libby the librarian. Does anybody want to play that person?
I can hop in and play Libby.
Okay. So I have just like run into you with a cup of coffee in my hands and have probably spilt it on both of us.
Oh, and how are you? Oh, don't mind the spill.
I just look like even more like guilt. Wait down my guilt for a second. I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's
No, don't worry about it. With everything going on here, everybody's got a bit of jitters.
yeah, jitters. Listen, can I talk to you about something?
Of course.
And she kind of like pulls Libby like off to the side and in like a hushed tone is like, I said something that might have got someone in trouble.
Really? Do I know this person?
I don't think that you would, but you might have met her at some point during filming. I was talking to Patrick. You know how he and I get when we're going over our murder mysteries. You remember we spent hours in that library poring over books whenever I bring him back after various projects and
Oh, of course.
well, we were going through the case and all the things that might have happened, just trying to do a little like thought experiment, and I mentioned a name out loud of somebody that I previously like wanted to take and mentor myself, and just I didn't realize that there were sheriffs sitting right there, but there were, and I kind of incriminated someone maybe.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I know you didn't mean any harm. Are you sure that that's directly how it happened? I mean, I don't know this person you're talking about, but they're a good egg?
Kind of like stares like off into space for a couple of seconds and goes, I mean, she's a really sweet kid. She has a lot of talent. She's just a little tiny bit obsessive, and that's what led me to think it might have been her. But I'm just not quite sure. Do you know, like, anything? Do you remember seeing anything suspicious or hearing anything?
I think as the two of you are talking, out like in the middle among all the tents and trailers, suddenly a very large horse just walks across, smelling of smoke.
Is that a horse?
And he like instantly looks alarmed, recognizing it as Buttercup, and like looks around to make sure Brock isn't anywhere. Like, yep, that's a horse. That's Buttercup. I think would like probably go and it's probably spooked. Buttercup is probably pretty spooked at this point from all of
Yeah.
Is the sheriff on the horse still?
No. Oh, I completely forgot that the sheriff was on the horse. No.
How did it make its way all the way over here?
Kind of like pat Buttercup a few times, trying to get him to calm down a little bit, and I'm like, it couldn't have really found its way this direction without a consistent rider. Probably would have just took off into the plains, but here it is. I do wonder, and I kind of like look around and try to see like any discernible. Are there tracks? Are there tracks that I could follow?
Maybe?
Probably Dusty.
Is that the challenge roll, maybe?
I think that would be the challenge roll, is if I can locate any like tracks to find anything useful, because at this point I don't actually know where this scene is going.
Yeah. Mind, probably?
That would be mind, and I think that I am calm because I had to damage that last time. So yes, mind is calm. That means I roll 1.
You roll 1, and yeah, opposition rolls 1.
All right. Boop. Okay. You
Yeah.
can beat it too.
Maybe. Did!
Yes!
Yeah.
It's a solid win.
It's a
guess
solid win. Heck yeah.
Do you find some tracks? Where do we think that leads? Where do you want it
I mean,
to
the
lead?
tracks would lead eventually back towards the fire, but is there anything where the sheriff might have stopped and gotten off before that when she arrived in
That was
town?
exactly
Well, I
what
mean,
I was
if
thinking.
she-
Like maybe you find human footprints separating off from horse footprints.
And then yeah, if like she specifically shot or stopped to shoot at Violet and Matt, then there would be like prints over that way as well.
Maybe, let me know what y'all think about this. Maybe find Sheriff LaRue herself.
Ooh.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Which wouldn't
I'm good with it.
really be out of place at all because she's the sheriff. So, did I play the sheriff before?
You did.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, maybe you're just following the tracks and like eyes to the ground, and then you see boots, and like she's standing there. Something you're looking for, hon?
Hey there, Sheriff. We somehow got Buttercup from that farm office all the way over into Tent Town, and I couldn't quite understand how he got in there. And you know us riders were curious, so I was following the tracks to see if I could kind of discern how he got so far.
Mm-hmm. Seems a little suspicious. Yeah, I saw Buttercup running. There's a fire. You may have heard the sirens, seen the smoke. It's good that the horse got over here to safety. Is he still on the loose?
No, I don't think so. He's with some people I trust. He's calmed down quite a bit. Made sure Brock wasn't around. We know how that horse reacts to him. I think that my investigation role would be like trying to see if I can understand why like she would have been on the horse. And do I see like any evidence that she's like sweaty or has like been running or anything?
That's probably up to your investigation role. So you're going more for like
Okay.
observation rather than like trying to get her to say anything.
I'd say probably like a little bit of both. Like I'm observing her and kind of trying to see if there's like any type of info that I can get her to give away in conversation.
Yeah. One's probably mind and one's probably rep.
They're the same. The stats are the same. I think I'd figure out more if I can get her to give something away, so I'm gonna go with rep. And I am overlooked.
Right. And you won that challenge, so it's 2 bargain dice, 4 opposition dice, and you roll 2.
Oh. Come on. No curse.
Who wants to roll the other dice?
Good night.
I can do it. I've been doing it all along.
You're doing the opposition. You've been rolling
Yeah.
bad on the
I was gonna
past
say I
couple,
don't
so
know
that's
if I
good.
want you to.
Too late.
Am I rolling 3 or 4?
4. Somebody want to roll the
4.
2 bargain?
Okay.
Ouch.
That's not great.
All right, I'll roll
Uh-oh.
bargain dice. I haven't been doing good on bargain dice, but we'll try it.
I don't want to destroy a lead.
Yeah, I get 2s every time.
Thanks for that, Em.
I asked if anyone wanted to do it.
Maybe me and you need to
Yeah.
switch and you need to roll opposition and I need to roll bargain.
Maybe.
'Cause I seem to have better luck than you.
So you've got 6, 4, 4 on the opposition, and a 3 and a 4 on your dice. So the only way that you can beat anything is by breaking your principle again.
Again.
Again. Yeah.
And Annie's gonna have a tragic ending.
He's trying so hard to be on the right side of history here.
So hard.
Otherwise, you are destroying a lead and damaging your rep twice. Which kind of makes sense as you're trying to get info from the cop.
That's fair. How would I break my principle with the sheriff? My principle is never harm another. How would I... That would likely be me incriminating someone again.
Yeah. Unless you just like attacked her, which doesn't make any sense
Do
at
you
all.
like bring up Katie to try and say like, no, I didn't mean to, and just incriminate her more?
Do I break it or do I just take the double damage and...
I mean, the
Go
other
with
thing
it.
is if you do break it, then you get to add a random lead or connection.
That's kind of necessary. Okay.
Not necessary. Like, we've got a distance to go still.
Somehow we've gone further away from our goal than we were
Yeah.
at the beginning.
And it doesn't matter where I put the 3 because I lose either way.
Yeah.
People that I could harm in this situation. I wonder if I would know, like... I don't want to... This isn't even something I like doing theoretically.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know where like Katie is? Do you accidentally give away her hiding spot because you saw her earlier today?
At that point, it could be accidental, and I don't really know that she's running away from the law at this point. Like, I kind of have an idea about it, but, like, she didn't explicitly tell me that she broke out of jail.
Yeah, it's true. She said they think she did it.
So maybe she does kind of, like, in trying to get, like, information about, like, anything that the sheriff would have known, kind of go, like, well, yeah, I was just, like, going over some old footage today with one of my coworkers. It's, you know, Katie Kirk. I was going over some stuff with her earlier today, and just not a lot of things seem to be adding up. Is there anything that we might be missing, or like anything that you haven't checked yet, or?
Well, do you want to draw your random, or are you connecting something?
What would I even connect?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool. I'm drawing a random lead.
If you want to, I was gonna say, if you wanted to make a really strange and just add another hook, you could connect her to like Eric's wedding ring or something like that.
I was also gonna say, if the killer does end up being Sheriff LaRue, you could connect her to Katie because she's trying to frame her.
That would also potentially give us another answered question. I like the idea of connecting LaRue to Katie. She's on the run from the law anyway. Anybody have any objections to that?
Nah.
Cool. Time to draw a very, very poorly done.
We only need one more connection there then, right? So we can make a lock in another answer?
No, I mean, you could do it because you've got the Veronica footage, Katie, Sheriff, and Buttercup. You could connect use any 3 of those. And you'll draw a card to see where you're going to destroy.
Oh no!
All right.
What if we wipe the sheriff? If we draw spades, we lose the sheriff.
It's true, and that would be amazing.
Which is like the main lead right now.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope I don't draw another spade again, because I seem to be favoring that tonight.
Don't draw spades, whatever you do.
Please.
Shuffling sounds.
Mm.
You got hearts.
Oh, soundstage.
Yeah. Katie, footage, or Victor?
Ooh.
Wait, what happens if we remove Katie as the lead?
She's dead.
Death. And I'm not doing that.
What happens if we remove Victor? Is he dead too?
He's just gone. Like, I mean, we removed Eric and he, like, skipped town. So he could be dead.
Why did Eric skip town? What's the reason? So
We
We
may
still
never
haven't figured
know.
that out.
We haven't figured anything out.
I hope we can connect some of these like weird elements and actually make like a good connection.
Just be struggling. I think the least consequential thing that I could delete here would be Veronica's rage footage.
Where did it go? It's just gone.
Go back and talk to Dante, and he's like, "The footage is gone.
Someone took it. Dun dun dun.
Police came in and confiscated all the footage, so we don't have access to that anymore."
Very poorly crossed off. There we go.
Okay, it's crossed off. And you damaged your rep.
Right, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Damaged my rep and broke my principal.
Yes, that's the last time you can break your principle too.
Ah.
All right. So that's everybody. Does anybody have an idea lined up for our next round?
Has everyone taken a turn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
This murder board is messy.
Very.
Crazy.
Do we like pick a person to go and then just draw a card and see how we can fit it in, or unless people have ideas? I'm out of ideas.
I can go. I have like a setting, but I don't know exactly what I'm doing there.
Do it. Just do it. It's
Yeah. In town, there's there's a place that was set up as a set for one of the scenes in the film that was like a seedy underground bar. But there was this like scene that was shot in, and then they just kind of like left it, and some townies kind of like went in, and they just kept it active as a bar. But it's like they don't have a liquor license, so it's like this hip LA bar basically, but in
Speakeasy?
not, it kind of has speakeasy vibes, or like a contemporary bar in LA tried to look like a speakeasy, but it's also completely fake because it was a film set, which I guess maybe makes it even more like an LA bar. Yeah, it's just this like underground space that doesn't really fit the vibe of the rest of the city at all. So it's this like little odd, you like go through an alley and down a set of stairs and you're in this kind of like darkened room with a bar and like leather chairs and like a chandelier hanging, and it's just like this strange little spot that the kind of the LA folks have continued to hang out at after the scene was done shooting, but when they want a place to go in wherever we are in Cody, Wyoming. So I think Katie wanders in there, and when we left off, I'm just trying to like get the timeline. So it was dawn with Katie's first scene, then there was the fire, so it's like mid-morning now, or do we want to like jump ahead?
I could see it as earlier in the day or later.
Yeah.
I could see this being like a meeting, like if you're looking for other characters in the bar, the paparazzi could be there.
I like
if
that.
it was more mid-morning, I could see there being like a meeting, maybe with Matthew or someone, unless we want to go a different route.
Oh, Matthew might be like at the hospital right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It depends if it's because I imagine Matthew's thing was like mid-afternoon, noon to mid-afternoon, not more mid-morning, because it's after Violet goes off on a tear. I don't know what chronology you were doing your stuff though, so
Yeah. Well, it was like early. Yeah, I guess it could be literally any time. Maybe it doesn't even matter. She just goes into this place because she knows it's like it's a spot that operates outside of the local law, and it's like a little bit underground, so she thinks she can just hang out there and not be noticed, not be found. And yeah, that was as far as I got, and then I don't really know what was going to happen there, but I like the paparazzi being there. And
if this is go ahead.
Like, we know that Katie like contacted the paparazzi before, way back in For the Queen. So maybe this is a person that she knows, so like maybe doesn't have a great relationship with. Yeah, so I can see her like coming down the steps through the door. There's somebody like behind the bar.
Katie might even blame the paparazzi for Veronica's death.
True. Or herself for calling the paparazzi. Yeah, she kind of comes in, still like dressed, trying to be incognito, baseball cap pulled low, kind of slinks into the bar, maybe slides into a seat off in the corner, and maybe the paparazzi like joins her.
The paparazzi could also be like complaining to someone. If this is after Violet beat her up, could be something where the paparazzi is just like, what's the term? Flaming or just like insulting Violet in the bar or something like that.
Oh, I love that. Like
Bad-mouthing.
Just bad mouthing her.
she's like at the bar with like a bag of frozen peas on her face or something like that. And a beer on the counter in front of her, and maybe Katie will kind of like this, like seeing that, and will just pull up a stool next to her, and having overheard, be like, Violet did that?
Why, yes, she did. Well, granted, I was taking pictures of her, but I mean, we all do that. Such an overreaction.
I guess actually, like, there could be a longer relationship here because Katie was Veronica's bodyguard. So maybe this photographer got beaten up by Katie in the past too.
Oh,
Kind of like look a little closer at her face, like, wow, she got you good. Thought you were tougher.
yeah, she did. I didn't know she had that many rings on her fingers. This one's got a cut right here. Smarts.
Was it worth it? Did you get anything good?
Well, not much. She was rifling through the room as if she was looking for something specific.
Whose room?
I don't know. Supposedly it was Eric's room.
What were you doing in Eric's room?
I was cleaning it, just looking for stuff. I mean, there was that whole storyline that the paparazzo was trying to find evidence for, that Eric and Violet were just on about each other the whole movie. We suspected that he was going to propose to her.
What made you think that?
Well, they were seen sneaking around together with that Brock fella. And I heard that the police found his engagement ring at the site of the murder.
So it was his engagement ring.
Dun dun dun.
What's my challenge here?
I don't know. I'm being pretty open with you.
Yeah, I know. That's good because I don't really want to make a rep roll.
Well, if we wanted to do something, it could be the pair of cops or a pair of officers walks into the bar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be very mean of you. And I guess I'd try to get out of there. I'm gonna be like, what's this photographer's name?
Don't know. Is she from Hollywood?
Doesn't sound like she's from Hollywood.
No. I kind of originally said she was a maid. I was kind of going with the whole desert southern sort of sound, but then she was a paparazzo, so I don't know.
Well, anyway,
Poppin' Patty.
What was that?
She's Poppin' Patty. She's always popping photographs.
Oh, okay. I'll
I love it.
Really quickly lean in and be like, Patty, but I give you some info, you give me some info, but we got to get out of here right now.
Oh, cops after you, huh?
Right now.
Here, you just hold all these camera bags. That'll hide you.
And yeah, I think it's really dark in here, and it's like afternoon, so it's bright outside. So I think before their eyes have adjusted, I want to like slip behind the bar and like pulling Patty along, like go out through the back whatever of this place.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
What is a sneak roll?
Either would be reputation or body, I would think, right? Or maybe mind.
I would be very happy to do body.
I still think sneak is a body thing. Like,
Yeah, it seems like it.
All right.
I
I'm gonna roll
think at this
2,
point we just want you to roll the best one.
and somebody else can roll 1 opposition.
I can do it. You said 1?
1, yes.
Okay.
I did both the best and the worst. I win.
I was right in the middle. So.
Yay!
Okay. So yeah, my 6 beats your 4. So yeah, I think we sneak out of there, and I am afraid that it's probably a rep roll to get useful information from Patty, and I am targeted.
Oh boy.
So, oh man, we gotta do some math. Anyway, so I think we like go back through the like not actually kitchen, but like a hallway where they store liquor, and up another set of stairs and out another door from the building, and find some safe place. Maybe like Patty's car is parked around there somewhere. We just like sit in the car and have a conversation. Yeah, okay, so it would normally be 3 opposition dice plus 2 because I'm targeted, so that's 5, plus 1 for the escalated district, so that's 6 opposition dice.
Oh,
Wow. Oh.
And
That's crazy.
2 bargain dice, and I'm rolling 2 just regular dice.
Opposition.
All right.
Yep. See you guys
You
next
can't
week.
even do 6. You could only do 5. Hold on. Here's 5. Oh no. Go over here.
Ugh. I got 2
Well,
3s.
I can do the 2 bargain dice
Okay.
because my luck has been pretty good, except it's not apparently in this particular instance. Oh, it's not bad.
How
We got
come
a
I
2 and a
rolled
4.
best?
Yep. I think
I
whoever
literally
rolled
rolled-
that. Yeah.
I rolled the
Well.
worst every other time, and now I've rolled really well. This is dumb.
All right, so that's a 6, a 5, and a 5 on the opposition. And I cannot beat any of that no matter what. So
Wow.
Oh no.
I am what are the 2 5s? Damaging my rep 2 more spots and
Oh no.
destroying a
What
lead
happens if
or
you go
escalating an
past
air.
the bottom one?
I don't know. I think you just have to stop there because that's as far as it goes.
Hmm.
What do you all think? Should I damage something else?
That
I'm-
seems cruel.
I don't know, man.
You could also what's it
Ooh,
called?
you-
Break your principal.
I can't because I don't have any ties. All I've got is
Ties.
3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Man, I shouldn't have rolled. I shouldn't have rolled rep there. Let's go ahead and draw a card, and we'll see what I'm destroying. And then I'll figure things out from there, I guess.
Shuffling sounds.
It
Please
seems
not.
like this game never wants to solve Veronica's murder.
No.
Okay. That's not excellent.
What is it?
That's gonna be a 4 of clubs.
Club.
Oh.
Well, okay, actually, the spades is the bad one. Never mind, we're fine.
Yeah. I refuse to do anything to Buttercup, so
Buttercup is too good for this world.
yeah. Let me ask, what did Brock do with the final script? We last saw him reading it in Veronica's room.
Oh. Ooh, maybe he lost it out of his pocket at the fire. Like, if it's just gone now, like, you have to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, I was going to try to connect it to like what was going on here. Would he have just left it in the hotel? Like it just left it in her room?
Yeah, but that doesn't get it off the board necessarily.
But it will, because let's see. No, how does it? I was gonna say that Patty like pulls it out and says like, I got this.
Ooh.
But then how does it get destroyed?
Patty tears it. She just takes it away. It's hers now. She's gonna go run it to the press for some reason.
Yeah.
She just thought that it was like trash enough to rip it in half. She was like, ew.
Ooh, okay. We're sitting in her car. It's like an old model like sedan. And she takes out the script and starts like flipping through it and mocking it and talking about how terrible it is. And while she's reading it, Katie punches the cigarette lighter in the dashboard, and when it heats up and pops out, she sets the script on fire.
What are you doing, you crazy bitch?
She's just cannot sit there and hear this awful person tear apart Veronica's hard work and labor.
Evidence.
Dang.
And then has to like run out of this car that now has a fire in it and is pursued by the police.
You really are the murderer.
I wish this not prepared for. What are you doing, you crazy bitch?
So yes,
This
there
poor
goes
woman
the
has had her car set on fire, her face smashed in, her camera equipment destroyed.
And we are
Not been a good day for you.
we're absolutely no closer to learning anything. So who wants to go next?
Do we have anything that's like 3 now? We have something, right?
Yeah, I mean somebody just has to roll a 6.
Oh, that's how we make it. Oh, we have to roll
we're
good.
closing in.
Because anybody could connect Katie, Sheriff, and Buttercup. What you're gonna make out of that, I have no idea.
I mean, I have an idea, but like,
yeah, we could do a hospital scene, but it would depend on who else would be in the scene. Or we could do a scene after Matthew gets discharged from the hospital.
Yeah, we could jump ahead for sure.
So you did get shot. Like, someone cares about that at the very least.
Yeah.
Daddy could come visit you in the hospital.
I expect Daddy would at some point visit Matthew.
I don't know if
just to see how things. I don't know what that conversation would look like. But
it's just like Violet sitting there, like awkwardly, in like her like flamboyant like bathroom when her dad walks in.
Is this a Violet scene or a Matthew scene then?
It can always be both.
That'd be both.
I mean, one of you is going to be rolling. I mean, I guess like we could like lump them together and you could both do rolls.
We could always just play the scene out and see how it feels, what feels like it would be better to who takes what.
Yeah.
I imagine it would probably start as a Matthew and Veronica scene and then turn into a Matthew and Veronica, or not Veronica, Violet and Victor scene? Or is Victor there when Matthew wakes up?
I could see it starting as Matthew and Violet. And then I think somebody also has to play a like overbearing nurse or like a doctor or something like that.
I can be an overbearing nurse.
Don't give her this power. So I imagine Matthew slowly like kind of blinks awake, then registers a little bit of pain in his shoulder and before kind of trying to sit up.
I guess we could say it starts with like Matthew waking up, and even like Violet, she looks like she's kind of like almost nodding off, but she's doing her best to stay awake. And she's like sitting in a chair, like not directly next to his bed, but like near his bed, like in the room.
Was Violet injured at all from the accident?
I don't think she was. I think Matt took the brunt of the force.
He's gonna have to go to a chiropractor later to deal with some back issues. Although I'm sure he's already doing that.
Yeah. His job is so stressful.
He's got a lot of weight to carry on his shoulders. Not that you would know. Matthew wakes up. Are we starting the scene there?
Yeah. I think Violet is just like in a chair, like not directly next to his bed, but like in the room. And like from what Matthew could probably gather, she's been there for a little while because like she's like almost nodding off, but not quite. Like she's trying to keep herself up.
Oh, what time? What time is it?
Oh, gosh, almost 3:30.
How long? Where are we? Assume a hospital.
Yes. I know you said not to call nobody, but I couldn't. I didn't know what to do.
What'd you tell them? My head.
What else could I tell them? You got shot.
Yeah? Oh, that sucks. What do they got me on? Head's all cloudy.
God, if I know. They tried to explain it to me, but it was just all gibberish to me.
That's probably about when like the nurse comes bustling in.
Makes sense. And Matthew will try to sit up as the nurse comes in.
Well, hey there. We're not going to
I'm sorry
actually...
for blowing up at you about everything.
It's not my first time dealing with your family's emotions. Hopefully it won't be the last. Nurse.
As he's sitting up, like, well, no, we're not gonna do that. You should really keep yourself laying down. People who get shot tend to have a little bit of a head rush. They try to sit up too fast. So we're just gonna keep you nice and horizontal for now. We got you on a couple of different things. You might feel a little bit groggy. The accident combined with gunshot, that's like the fourth one this week. My goodness. But those two things combined, you might be... It's not uncommon. Anyhow, we're going to keep you laying down for a little while, all right now?
I think you hear like a commotion out in the hall, somebody like loudly arguing, and then Victor busts through the door, still talking to nurses outside. Like, I'll go in here if I damn well please. Who do you think you are trying to stop me? Oh, Violet, there you are.
Oh, Daddy! She like runs into his arms.
Matthew simultaneously like tries to sit up and straighten up and like wilts at the same time.
Aww.
Mr. Vanderbilt.
I think he is really focused on Violet right now, and he's like, "Violet, baby, are you okay? I heard there was an accident."
I'm all right. Me and Mr. Mason got into a bit of a fender bender, and we are exchanging information, and I don't know where it came from, but someone fired, and he got shot in the shoulder.
He turns around, then it's like, "Mason, what? You got shot?"
Mr. Vanderbilt, sir. Yeah, apparently so.
He saved me, Daddy.
I think he just seems like angry, confused, sad, tired, doesn't know what to say at that point.
I think Mason, like, a lot of emotion comes to a head for saying, like, so, sir, I'm sorry about Veronica. I'm sorry.
I don't know that there was anything you could have done, Mason. She's a strong-headed girl. She's gonna do what she wants to do.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we both got it from somewhere, didn't we, Daddy?
What are you wearing, Violet?
I was not necessarily prepared to go out when I did.
What? We need a dice roll soon.
Alright, who's making what roll here? We've stumbled into this weird, awkward situation.
And Buttercup walks into the room.
Just starts kicking Matthew in the head for no reason.
No, Buttercup. He's been through enough. Please. I think to kind of get the scene into a investigative route, Violet's gonna be like, "Dad, can we talk in the hallway?"
Of course, darling.
And pardon us, Mr. Mason. And she'll walk out. Fine, like kind of like more of like a quieter part. And she's like, "Daddy, I think they were trying to go after me, and frankly, between my sister and now someone after me, I'm terrified. If our family has any enemies, you need to tell me about them right now."
Right. So what's that? What is that? What role is that?
Maybe
I think that would be rep, right? Heart or rep?
Heart or rep.
Really do not want to roll hard.
I was about to say, don't roll heart.
Maybe rep then.
Okay.
Because it's like based on their family's reputation.
Sure. Why not? What's your rep now?
It's my highest one. It's trusted.
Oh wow, you still have a good one. That's good.
Yay!
Yeah, so you roll 2.
All right.
I'll roll the
Boop.
challenge. Why not?
Boop. Okay.
Is that a tie?
It's a tie, but I'll take a tie.
So we need to offer a bargain.
A bargain, huh?
Can't damage your heart.
No, that would be unwise.
My heart is already
Not
damaged
possible.
enough.
Not possible.
Is there something you can do with mind? What's an offer we can a deal from mind?
Like more information than you can handle, and you're just.
Ooh, I do like that.
Where are you?
Or is there
at
something
mind?
you tell your dad that you didn't mean to slip?
Wait, what was it?
Is there something you maybe accidentally tell your dad that you didn't mean to tell him? Maybe like Eric or something like that?
Yeah. I
sounds like
spilled the beans about Eric.
That sounds like it's damaging your rep. Oh.
I'm also okay with that.
Okay.
Whatever you guys think is most appropriate.
That sounds like rep to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, you also don't have to take the bargain. You can just lose on that as well.
Well, losing in this case just makes it harder for me to win
Yeah.
the next
It
one,
adds
right?
adds another opposition die, yeah.
What the hell? I'll take it.
I think he's like, well, our family has there are of course always people who hate us for our success, people we've maybe hurt along the way, their careers, you know what I mean.
I mean, yes, but out here, we're in
Out
the middle of
here?
nowhere. There has to be somebody out here that, I don't know, you cross paths with, she cross paths with, someone who just doesn't like us.
Is this a role for you and Daddy to like talk this through? Like people you know out here overlapping with people he may know?
I think so.
Mind?
That would make sense.
Okay.
Or rep? I could see rep also. Are those both the same for
mean-
you?
My rep is better.
Okay.
Because my mind is conflicted, and then my rep is overlooked now.
Yeah. What do y'all think? A rep roll?
Mhm.
Okay. So 2 protagonist dice, 2 bargain dice, 4 opposition dice.
Woof.
Okay.
I'm not rolling anything.
Here, I'll roll up position for 4.
Double threes.
Hey!
Oh,
Good job being semi-terrible, Ian.
Oh gosh.
This
the
is why
trauma
I
of
roll
these
opposition.
dice.
Because my rolls always suck.
Somebody want to roll 2 bargain dice?
I can do that.
Oh, you can go in.
Do you want to?
No, you can do it.
Okay.
Oh hey, that's
There
actually
you go.
Yeah.
that's actually
well,
a little bit better.
honestly,
So
well,
if
okay.
I use both of the bargain dice, I can take out the threes, and then I just have to deal with the 6.
Here's the thing. You can only take 1 bargain die.
Oh, okay. So
your options would be, so you have 6, 3, 3 in the opposition, 2 4s in the bargain, and 2 3s for your protagonist. So you could put those 2 3s up against the other 2 3s and break your principal. And then those would count as wins, and you would have the 6. Or you could take a bargain and not break your principal, and then you just beat one of those 3s.
okay, interesting.
What is your principle?
My principle is never betray my own.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Basically, Violet looks to her father and is basically like, if you don't tell me this information I need, Daddy, I know everything about you. I will go to the presses.
Ooh. Wow. That is like the definition of betraying your own.
Like, really?
I would say let's find out what you're discovering, and then we can see what he says. So you've got the 2 3s, which means you can add a random lead.
Random lead or connection. Which I think, especially since it's Daddy Vanderbilt, I could connect him to the sheriff.
Mhm.
And does that make 3?
We already have
Veronica.
3.
Do we have to roll a 6 to get the 3 though, to connect them though? Or did
Yes.
we?
No.
Oh, you just won. That's
You can connect them. You can't make a solution without having the 6.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so that connects Victor to the sheriff to Annie. Or not Annie,
Yeah.
Katie. I keep confusing
Katie.
them for some reason.
Yeah, like what? What does he say? And do you want to like do your other? So you have 2 of these, so you could do another connection or make a random lead.
I'm trying to think how else I would connect these.
Yeah, maybe a random lead would be good.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
so draw a card.
lot of connections there. Yeah, I
It's
think draw
all
a card.
coming together.
Do you want a person, place, or thing?
We haven't done a place in a bit.
Okay.
Let's do a place.
Alright. Shuffling sounds and 3 of hearts.
Ooh, that is an office in the warehouse.
Interesting.
How do all of these things fit together? Sheriff LaRue is connected to Katie. Katie got destroyed by Veronica in Veronica's office in the warehouse. About family enemies. Maybe Victor. Maybe Sheriff LaRue reported something to him?
Well, we sort of established that Victor was sort of on the scene before, like, he allegedly arrived.
Right.
So what if the warehouse office was his office? And him and LaRue had, like, a confrontation there of some sort.
I like it. Remind me
Yeah,
why is Katie connected to the sheriff? Because she's wanted?
Yes, that
Okay.
was why.
yeah. Although we haven't
Right.
explored any other ideas there.
Yeah,
I
so
think we did kind of mention that there's a chance that Sheriff LaRue was trying to frame Katie.
right. Maybe he says that Sheriff LaRue confronted him and said that she wanted him like out of town. She wanted like everybody out of here.
But why? Did she just not like the movie? Did she not want us to be filming here?
We
Did
need
Did
a
she not like
motive.
I
you?
don't have an answer yet.
Well, thank you, Daddy. I'm sorry I crossed a line. And I don't know why Violet is a bit southern now, but we're gonna roll with it.
I know you didn't mean it, dear. I think he's cooled a little bit. Like he's kind of not as warm to you.
So what did you connect?
We connected Victor to the sheriff, and then we added the warehouse.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so
My character sheet is slowly dwindling, my dudes.
can we just because Matthew is there in the hospital room that we just left, can we maybe like pull a card and see something random happen there and use that to close out our session?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Little
kind of wanted to
drama?
continue the scene in there with the nurse anyway, so it'd be fun to see what happened.
Did you want to do that for like another 10 minutes or something like that? And then I need to.
Yeah, sure. I like the idea of taking a card though. We could start it off and then pull a card and see if something crazy happens out of it.
Okay.
All right. So I think after the Vanderbilts leave the room, Matthew's just kind of sitting there with the nurse in the room still, and he'll just like motion over to her to come to him real quick. Nurse, question for you.
Yeah.
You said
What is it?
you said this happens all the time? People getting shot?
Well, we're way out here in the country. There's no one around, and there's often feuds and property line disputes, and there's really not a whole lot of way to settle it that anybody really cares to go to small claims court for or nothing. So, yeah,
They just shoot
common
each other?
solution to problems is a bullet. Yeah.
The sheriff, how long's the sheriff been the sheriff around here?
That's the answer to that one's going to be an unfortunate amount of time.
Unfortunate? What do you mean by that?
Nobody particularly fond of her.
I'm starting to think I might not be fond of her myself.
That's a fair assessment.
Pull the card.
But yeah, I think now is the pull a card time.
Yeah. It's also the time to apologize again to the people of Cody, Wyoming, who may be listening.
Yes. Yes. This none of this is canon to y'all's town. That is an ace of clubs.
Keep
Man,
getting
we got
aces.
a lot of aces.
That's the
Yeah, we
second
got
ace
it.
I pulled.
I think pull another one because we just got the ace on the dramatic hits.
Okay.
Oh no.
Two
I
of clubs?
get shot again.
Did you say 2?
Yeah.
A gunshot rings out.
You gotta
What?
be kidding.
Oh my god, in the hospital? That's so dangerous.
Uh-oh.
That's such a good place to end the episode.
Oh, it's so good.
No!
The nurse sighs exasperatedly. Not again.
Not again!
Oh my God.